LMS is a PvP Battle Royale minigame where 24 PKers battle out to become the last man standing. You receive points based on where you place as well as the amount of kills. You can then use these points to buy in tradables like rune pouches or Vesta longswords, as well as using the items to sell to make money. This guide will bring you to the next level not just within LMS, but as well as the new PvP arena or just the wilderness in general. Remember, PvP is subjective and this information is my opinion, so if you found something that works well for yourself, then use that. Throughout the history of OSRS PvP, top switching is mainly used. Until a couple of years ago where the meta shifted to bottom or middle switching. Simply put, this is because the prayers or the spells you are using are at the bottom of the invent. Therefore the distance your mouse has to travel is drastically reduced, which leads into faster and more accurate clicks. I personally play on a fixed window. I do this because it's the smallest possible distance between where I am clicking. This made me faster in many elements, for example switching, clicking the opponent, reaction time and much more. This is all due to the distance my mouse has to travel to its target. You can still use resizable with a reasonably sized client, but I believe full screen puts you at a massive disadvantage in PvP. You could counteract this by having a high DPI, but I think this will reduce the accuracy of your clicks massively. In the end, it's down to you guys to figure out what works well for you and what makes you improve the most. Runelite plugins are all legal and very useful. The first one is freeze timers. Freeze timers are used to show when I'm unfrozen, which is a lot easier than counting in your head. The second one is entity hider. Entity hider is extremely useful to find out what your opponent is doing underneath you. It is a lot different to render self where you'll be able to see your own health and prayers. This plugin is also useful outside of Pking, for example hiding NPCs or other players. The third plugin is the player outline plugin, that once paired with entity hider makes it a lot easier to see what you're currently wearing. To get this you have to go to plugin hub in the bottom right of the configuration and install player outline. Once turned on you can configure the colour or the length of the outline to whatever you prefer. The last plugin is the PvP performance tracker that tracks how you're performing in the fight as well as the actual amount of damage you have done. To install this you have to go to plugin hub and search PvP performance tracker, turn on the overlay and select what data would you like to show. Personally I like to see the damage I deserve to hit as well as the damage I have dealt. This is personal preference but I would highly recommend for you to show the actual damage dealt. Once you're in a fight you can hold Alt to move the overlay to wherever you like. Personally I like to have it in the top right of my chat box so I can see it easily. Once you've set up your invent, client and Runelite plugins to whatever you may prefer, now we can move on to the in-game fights. There are two different maps that LMS have with a 50% chance to get either. The first one is the classic deserted island map and the second one is the wild Varrock map. The first tactic I'm going to explain to you guys is gaining extra hits by understanding the attack speed of each weapon. For example, a whip has attack speed of 4, and a crossbow has attack speed of 5, AGS is 6 and so on. I've listed the exact attack speed of each weapon in the upgrade section later on in the video. Maybe thinking, why does the attack speed matter so much? This is because once you got a freeze and you're underneath the opponent, the next attack you're going to have is on the same tick. For example, in this clip, I whip the person and then they bolt me back, which means I've hit with a 4 tick weapon and they've hit with a 5, which means I get an extra tick to do whatever I want for the next attack. This attack can be anything I want, mage, melee, or range, but in this case I decided to do a bolt. We are next going to talk about tank gear. This is the tank gear you want to be wearing with Augury on, which will change once you get upgrades obviously. Between doing an attack you want to quickly put your tank gear on with Augury as it gives it 25% extra mage defense compared to Piety or Rigor. It's a little harder to execute in LMS without missing ticks due to how laggy it is. However, it does make it harder for the opponent to predict you. This is because you can use any of the 3 attack styles and with a maximum of 2 or 3 switches is very simple. Once you get into this cycle, you'll see yourself getting hit in robes a lot less as well as being a lot less predictable. This leads perfectly on to the next point of off-ticking while maging. Is instead of maging on the next tick where you get hit in robes, you instead wait for your opponent to hit you on your tank gear, then wear your robes to mage. You can use this tactic in many ways. For example, if you're frozen underneath an opponent, you can sidestep so they can't melee you, then they hit you on your tank gear, then you mage again. Trapping is extremely complicated and there are so many different tactics. With a new PP arena coming out, it's perfect time to learn and get better at PKing. If you have any questions, you can leave them down below or join my Twitch channel where I stream trapping daily. Remember, only 17.8% of you guys that watch my videos are subscribed. If you are enjoying this content, please subscribe. Also, let me know if you want to see more guides in the future. One problem I see with an LMS is people using the incorrect upgrades. So I'll go through each upgrade of each armor slot. The best helmets to use is Guthans or Torags. You can also use Neatsnot helmet over Darek helm if you prefer strength bonus over defense, as Darek isn't too strong. Karos and Arim's top is the only upgrade for this slot. Darek and Torag is the best defensively, but if you want to mess around with some strength bonus, Tassets is also reasonable. Zero staff is the strongest, especially if you want to use Blood Barrage. Kawadi is second best, but if you want to use a staff with a spec bar due to how laggy the LMS world is, then Staff of Dead is also viable. When I play LMS, I use only one mage switch to keep the switches simple. I like Mage's book as it brings mage bonus and mage defense, but if you want to use a cult for the extra damage, that is also good. The number below is the speed of each weapon. I do like Rune Crossbow over Ballista sometimes because it is one tick quicker. Morrigan's javelins are stronger than ACB because there is no Dragon Noble bolts. However, the range of them is very short, so don't drop the crossbow. Whip and Rapier are very useful due to the speed. Elder Maul is very high hitting but also slow, so you can use it when you've got the extra hit. Vesta Longsword is by far the strongest PvP weapon in the game, and it's just too strong to not use. I do think claws are second best due to how fast and accurate they are, which is why I prefer them over AGS. Statius Warhammer does reduce the defense of the opponent, however they will almost always have enough supplies to brute or super combat the defense back up. Fury and Blessed Spiritual defense is quite nice to have. Catching freezes to get control is a massive part to winning the fights, which is why you should use both the ring and boot upgrades. LMS is perfect because you can improve within PvP whilst making money. I want to do a couple of hours of LMS to find out how many points and money I can make per hour. I don't think it'll be too much, but you don't lose money playing LMS. This is the first win of the first hour. It was actually quite a hard fight. Got some really nice upgrades though, made it a lot easier than thought. 7 points as well. Oh no, I had to kill Groovy. That's kind of sad. Quite Groovy. I have this guy stuck in the fog. He's taking so much damage. I can't believe it's not 10s though. It was 10s earlier, but I'm just sat here blood barraging and refreezing him in the fog. I actually would have lost this if it wasn't for the fog. It's a very close fight. 100% would have lost that if it wasn't for the fog. Just stood with his Elder Maul out. Guess I just sidestep. We're actually even. How are we even? Oh, that's a big spec through prayer. That is quite lucky. Got javelins. 37? Oh, good fight, bro. Good fight. That wasn't that close. Got any points? 7 points again. This fight's a lot closer than it should be. I won't lie. I think it's in the bag anyway. Yeah, good fight. Volto? Go on, Strange Prayer. Oh, well, he didn't eat. He literally didn't eat. Unless he was out. I don't think he was. That's 7 points, which means we made 29 points this hour. We had 4 wins with 1 death. That was the first win in the bag. That was a pretty simple win. And only 6 points. We had 4 kills. Wait, what? I just got a key? I just got a key? I didn't kill anyone. Was that from the previous game? That makes no sense. I have no clue how that just happened, boys. I know I'm making an LMS guide, but I have no clue what just happened there. Some decent upgrades as well. I feel bad for this guy. Oh no! I had a free upgrade, I just DC'd. I literally had a free upgrade and I just DC'd. That is sad. I would guess it's karma though. This guy's not happy. He's took all his armor off. Oh, the wins in the bag. We got a VLS. VLS is insanely OP. It's actually really close. This should not be this close. There we go. He's dead. Even with VLS, it was that close. Damn. 7 points as well. Pretty nice. I think this is going to be a pretty simple third win. Why is he wearing DH? Let's measure that. There we go. Nice. Six points as well. This guy has so many upgrades for me. It'd be really nice to kill him. About to die. Nice. A lot of upgrades I'm about to get from him as well. I'm going to claw him in. That is a decent claw and he's dead. Simple as. That is 7 points as well. And he's dead to the claw. That was a nice KO. I love claws, they're so fast and accurate. Damn, why is he so angry? I got 0 staff as well. That is really nice. I'm going to blood barrage this next guy quite a lot. Another claw KO. I'm just KOing everyone with claws. That's our final win as well. That's really nice. We had 34 points in this hour, as well as 29 points in the first hour, which means we have 63 points. I'm only going to do 2 hours to keep it simple. With these 63 points, I bought 4 ornate moles at 15 points each, and I sold them for around 1 mil each, which means we made 2 mil per hour, which is really nice for playing LMS. I also encountered 0 clienters, which goes to show the client bans are working wonders. I do have a Dragon Claws giveaway in the Discord if you want to check that out down below. This video took a long time to make, so if you did like this video, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.